we just landed. Successful maiden flight. Oh my goodness, we talking about crazy good. Crazy good, y'all. There she is. Beautiful. Came out perfect. And we landed just in time because this storm is brewing in. Man, it's gonna be a crazy storm. But we had to go ahead and fly it anyway. Yeah, it's a swordfish right there. But yeah, I am tickled to death with this guy. A lot of good things to come. All right. What's up, dudes? Gonna show you guys the fully rebuilt Skywalker X-5. As you guys can see, it look a whole lot different than what it did beforehand. If you haven't seen what it looked like beforehand, I'll put the link in the description of it when I first got it here a couple of months ago. But anyway, it looks like a new bird, and it is beautiful. Took it out for a maiden flight yesterday. All was well. Flew extremely well, better than I had expected. So I figured while that video is still uploading, I would go ahead and do a setup video, just showing you guys all the different things that I actually did do to this plane. So all right, let's dive off into it here. Up front, you would notice that I got the, it's just a tip, is what it is, that's carrying the, that's a Foxeer razor currently that's on it. I would probably end up putting a Cat 3 on it at some point, but just as of right now, that's a Foxeer razor and the Runcam Thumb Pro W wide angle lens version that sticks out real nicely there. And here up top, it was a big, huge, well, it was an air scoop is what it was, but I made it more streamlined, I thought. You know what I mean? I just redesigned it, kind of flattened it out, the air scoop. And the video transmitter is sitting on the underside of that guy. And that's the mounting nut. And then, of course, that is the 5.8 antenna mount sticking up. I wanted to keep everything as low profile as possible. You know what I mean? I didn't want nothing really sticking up on this guy too big. And that is the what do you call it? M8N GPS 180 size GPS from Race Day Quads 5.0 GPS, and I just kind of got it flush mounted, card the phone out, set it off in there. We do have an airspeed sensor on this one. I'm currently not using it. That is a FiuTech analog airspeed sensor. It came with the FY41AP light flight controller, and it's just sitting there right now. This plane actually has a cutout just for this guy, so I just figured, you know, why not have it there instead of having a blank spot. Here on the other side, we got the Immortal T antenna for the crossfire receiver. The actual receiver itself, if you guys remember, it was all kind of wire channels cut out into this frame and all kind of stuff. And that receiver is literally right there. You can't see it anymore until I turn it, power on the plane, and it kind of, you can see the light coming through the tape. But anyway, it's right there. And that is pretty much it for the outside. It's sitting on a little custom skid. Another whistle, of course. But I had to put some kind of skid on because I didn't want it to drag the prop too bad on landing anyway, taking a chance and rotate, messing the motor up and stuff. Back here in the back, we got my new favorite motor for 6S. This is a, of course, Brother Hobby LPD series 2806.5 1300 kV motor, swinging a HQ 7x4x3 prop, and that is a 3D printed motor mount I designed. And I mainly this is actually the same mount that's on the Mars LPV. I just kind of redid it to where it would fit into the screw holes and everything. It came with a wooden plate for a motor mount, and I just want to make sure that the screws lined up with it. So I had to redesign it a little bit. And this dude here is almost silent. It is so quiet in there, man. I mean, you would have think that it'd make a whole bunch of noise. Like the Mars, for example, the Mars be screaming. It do. And it's got the same kind of mount on it. Whoops, wrong button. Yeah, it's got the same kind of mount that's on it, but I guess because it's more enclosed and it's still sitting close to the frame, the Mars is so freaking loud, man. But this guy is not like that at all. Not like that. So, all right, let me pop the hatch off real quick and we'll take a peek inside of everything. And here's the inside. Not so much of a mess. Anyway, you can see the tilt mechanism again. And it's literally just double-sided sticky tape in there. That is it. That's controlling this tilt. Very smooth motion on it. Back here in the back, we got a old school now. This is the old school Maytag F411 WSE flight controller. We have the Maytag buzzer. We have a Acon SEF-M 30 amp ESC 2 to 6S. And there is a Panasonic 1000 UF capacitor back in the back, low ESR, to keep from brownouts and keeping that noise down off the ESC and other components, keeping everything powered up the way it's supposed to be. You know what I mean? Great filtration for in the plane. And again, here's that. This is the connection for the airspeed sensor, which you can see right now is currently disconnected. And I made it like that just in case, because these guys are notorious for being bad. And I know this particular one is probably about 8 years old, and I got about 6 more just like it. So I was, just in case if it didn't work, all I had to do was just pop it out and disconnect and plug another one in there to get it to work right. But again, airspeed sensors is like almost not even needed for me. You know what I mean? Not for the way that I fly. I mean, they're handy, but it's not all that, you know. But anyway, that's pretty much it. Oh yeah, the AKK video transmitter underside the hatch. This is a AKK Infinite DVR, and again, it's sitting right there where that air scoop is. You can see the print right there below it. So that way, it's getting constant cool air hitting over top of it to keep that nice and cool the whole entire flight. Because when it's of course transmitting and recording at the same time, it gets fire hot. So I did it that way to make sure it's all nice and cool. But that is pretty much it. As you, again, if you guys see the before and after, if you see the other video, you know it was a whole lot going on in there, and it's a completely different beast. The all-up weight of it now compared to what it was is 222 grams lighter than what it was before game. So I was able to save a whole lot of weight by changing out the motor, the ESC, getting rid of that FY out of there, and everything else to make this a fairly lightweight setup. All the weight with the battery is 1,188 grams. Yeah, that's what it was. 1,188 grams all up weight. And the funny thing about it, the wingspan of this plane is 1,180. So it's almost matching up completely as far as millimeters versus grams of weights. But anyway, I'm rambling now. I just want to show you guys this real quick, show you the setup and everything. The maiden flight video is processing right now. I flew this thing for right around 25 minutes before we had to stop because it was a storm coming in. and everything. But that video is being processed right now as we speak. Anyway, peace and love. Hope you guys enjoyed. You have any questions, hit me up. Y'all be blessed out there. I am out.